Although the word sir appears multiple times in dialogue for Jade and Floyd when they are talking to Azul, they never once refer to Azul as sir in the original game, or any Japanese language equivalent. Azul himself explains, "The Leech brothers do not work for or answer to me." And Floyd's voice actor has said that the relationship between Jade, Floyd and Azul is one of the things he likes about the characters, because it's never just the two of them obeying Azul. In-game, Floyd himself says they are equals.
あくまで君たちは対等な関係なんだな。
今は面白いから一緒にいるし、つまんなくなったら一緒にいなくなるってだけ。
So where did sir come from in the English localization? It is a mystery. If Jade and Floyd always used polite verb forms while Azul used a more casual form, it would be understandable for that to be translated as Jade and Floyd using sir with Azul, since English doesn't have those forms. But that's not what's happening. Here is an example of perfect localization using sir. We have Deuce using polite forms of verbs, and the English game added sir to his dialogue. He isn't actually saying sir, but he is specifically using polite verb forms because he is speaking to Riddle, a figure of authority, and his senpai. Ace should technically be also using those verb forms with Riddle as an underclassman, but he doesn't, which is a part of his character, and the English game, in turn, does not add a sir to his dialogue. Riddle, as the oldest, the senpai and the house warden, also uses casual verb forms, and he also does not use sir with the younger students in English. This is all perfect, a great way to recreate the dynamic between the three characters in a language that doesn't have different verb forms for different degrees of politeness. But Azul, Jade and Floyd's dynamic is completely different. Jade and Azul both use polite speech patterns with everyone they speak to, regardless of age or authority, and with each other. If the English game wishes to apply sir in the same way here as they do with Deuce, to denote polite speech, they would have to have Azul and Jade saying sir to each other. But they don't. They added sir only to Jade, and sometimes even to Floyd, as if he is deferring to Azul, when he is not. Azul is speaking in the same way to Jade as Jade is to Azul, but while Jade's politeness is being carried over, Azul's is not. Presumably this is because Azul is the boss, except Azul is not the boss. In a normal situation he would be, as the house warden if nothing else, but the twins do not see or treat Azul as a figure of authority, a very important point. They never call him sir or the boss in their original dialogue. The three are equals to one another, as explicitly explained by the characters themselves. On the opposite side, Floyd doesn't use polite speech with anyone. Much like how Jade and Azul speak in polite forms no matter who they're talking to, Floyd speaks to everyone in casual forms. So not only is Floyd not referring to Azul as sir, Floyd is actively using casual, borderline, rude, Japanese to Azul's face, while Azul is using polite speech back at him. If the English game wants to use their sir pattern to portray this, they would need to have Azul calling Floyd sir, and to have Floyd respond casually. While none of this is ever going to make it into English in any detail because the English language just doesn't have different verb forms for being polite, it's unfortunate that English translation has chosen to change the character dynamics for the sake of making them more into a stereotypical mafia-like group with lackeys and a don instead of trying to portray the actual interpersonal relationships at work. As for how to do this, it might be as simple as either adding sir to Azul's dialogue when he speaks to Jade and Floyd, or just removing it from Jade's and Floyd's when they are speaking to Azul. This is all very much a part of why Azul, Jade and Floyd are so popular on the JP server, in a game that is all about the relationships between its characters. Translators have a heavy responsibility, and it is fascinating how mere phrasing is capable of rewriting entire character relationships, veering away from the original creator's intent with the simple addition of sir.